I didn't know it was the last.
Is the last?
I thought it was like a joke.
It's the last one?
The last one in Glasgow, yeah.
But why? You did a great job.
Huntleys Palmers mean to me? Absolutely fuck off. If you're watching, Andy.
Huntleys Palmers is an outsider's club. It doesn't really tick any of the boxes that have been formed by the kind of norms of underground club culture or whatever. I think it's an actual, if you want to talk about what it actually represents, it kind of refutes those kind of norms. It's always been about taking the more difficult road. I guess from Andy's point of view, the more interesting road.
I always thought that when Andy started this thing, I always thought he was quite brave because at the time that he started, there wasn't much really going on that was as diverse as Andy. A lot of the club scene in Glasgow seemed to really be kind of route one, kind of just was like either going down one kind of singular path. And I admired Andy because he was doing a similar thing to us in that he was trying to be as diverse. And he didn't really, there was no boundaries, there was no walls.
The numbers scene, the numbers sort of crew and Optimo were like the sort of big musical influences in my life at that time. Numbers were like really kind of pushing like sort of early grime and that kind of like exciting sort of club music you couldn't really describe, like sort of Night Slugs, Bok, that kind of stuff. Optimo were kind of doing that, but they were kind of also doing more like sort of like traditional 4/4 house and techno, plus they kind of had a more of an eye on like sort of something I think I've probably picked up from is like they were really into like older sounds and they were reintroducing older artists and music to a younger audience. So that was something that really interested me. And I guess I kind of felt I was somewhere in the middle of that. Loads of music I was obsessed by and discovering like I didn't feel wasn't presented in a sort of way that I wanted. I felt there was something missing in the scene at the time. And yeah, ended up starting to do parties, and that's kind of where it all began. I decided if I was going to do something, then it had to be like, I had to be able to present something that didn't exist before. Like, there's no point in just booking like this big techno DJ because I know people will come and see him. It's like, there has to be some kind of interesting aspect to that, and that's probably the thread that's continued throughout like the 10 years. Just always try and offer something different, give other people a platform, and yeah, I think that's kind of the main thing I stand for, I guess.
It seemed like a natural thing to do. Like in Glasgow, it's a very strong club scene for as long as I can remember. And because of the way the city works, it's really easy to kind of get into going out, clubbing and seeing some really great acts, great DJs, great bands and things like that. It was something that I was brought up with.
Andrew and all of the people that kind of circle around the Huntleys Palmers family are all kind of really well-educated diggers that knows a lot of music, and whenever you meet them, they introduce you to new stuff. Like Andrew introduced me to Swedish music, and I'm from Sweden.
Huntleys Palmers is a label where it's about showing how diverse a musical taste can be. For me, it's not only about music, it's also about friendship somehow.
We don't play the same music, but we have the same approach of not having boundaries in the music.
Like the Huntleys Palmers parties are like just by Andrew's person and direction of music, different to other ones. Like I feel it's allowed to play any kind of music. This is a spirit that Andrew provides in his label and his DJ sets, and as a person, it's a very free surrounding.
Yeah, of course. I'm totally free. I don't interest in borders, or I think it's just about flow and about the people, and you can play all kind of genres.
Huntleys Palmers party is very unpredictable, very friendly, kind of chaotic at times, but also comes together in all the right ways. Yeah, very welcoming kind of party.
And the great thing about Huntleys Palmers is, in terms of what you asked, which is as a party, sometimes it doesn't work at all. Sometimes it's like the worst night of your life. It's like, But sometimes it's like the best, and it just, you never know where you're going to get with it.
I'm kind of sad that this is the last Huntleys Palmers event.
I decided to stop doing parties mainly because I want to spend more time on other sort of musical pursuits. You forget how much goes into it in advance. It really has a sort of toll, maybe not a toll on your mental health, but it doesn't have a big effect on your mental health. I mean, I've been doing it for 10 years now. I could just continue, or I could stop. It feels nice to stop. I kind of feel it's now on my part to try and push whoever that is as best as I possibly can so they can get as far as they possibly can, and I'll do whatever I can to kind of achieve that. But yeah, when it all pays off, it's so rewarding, just seeing all these things happen. Yeah, to see Sophie with a picture of Sophie in the studio with Rihanna is that looks so crazy, but also completely unsurprising. It was Rihanna should be working with Sophie, that is just a match made in heaven. Seeing Mehmet play all around the world, pop up on Beats in Space and do things like that, again, absolutely no surprise. That's exactly what should be happening, and it just feels oh, things are happening. I was always, I guess, at one point on the outside looking in, and now I'm in the inside looking out. I've now created this thing out of nothing. There's no real reason why anyone else can't do it. But yeah, I would like to think it made some kind of difference. Certainly it introduced a lot of music to Glasgow who wouldn't have played in Glasgow.
I think what I can learn, or anyone can learn from Andy's approach to music and the ethos of his label is passion, man. You need to have passion in it or you're not going to get anywhere. I mean, I think all the things I said I admire about his label and his club night are all things that have come to him naturally because he's so passionate about music, He's like a digger, man. He's in it for the music.
Music is the thing that keeps me going. When I turn up, have no sleep, I can still straight away start playing. I can play for 8 hours or whatever, no problem. It just keeps you going. They asked me on Friday before the party started because they wanted to tell people who were arriving at the venue, and they wanted to know what kind of night it was. So what kind of party is it? I'm I can't, after 10 years, I still can't answer that question. I don't know what it is.